Sorry we're late, but that's my last name. It's the unofficial Oscar after party. Fashion winners and, of course, losers, plus A-list jewelry designers, the passionate collector, are here live. All that and more on This Week in Fashion. Welcome to This Week in Fashion. I'm your host, Blair Late, along with my two stunning co-hosts, Miss Chelsea Cannell and our chat jockey, Sam Goodstadt. Also, we have a very special welcome to our jewelry designer guests and fashion entrepreneurs, Miss Susan and Jennifer. So welcome, girls. Hi. And take it away, girls.
All right, well, before we get started, we just want to give a little shout out to Storm On Demand for making This Week in Fashion possible. You know, if you guys want to check out more about cloud computing, you can log on to stormondemand.com. And of course, don't forget to look at all the fabulous content here at thisweekin.com. Lots of good stuff. But now Sam is going to tell us how you guys can connect with us during the show.
Hey guys, Chelsea, you always impress me. You're like your own little teleprompter. I love it. She does that all without a prompter.
I cheat, she doesn't.
Hey guys, I'm Samantha. I'm your chat jockey. We love having you as a part of our show. So come join us either on thisweekin.com or ustream.tv/thisweekin. Also, we love getting tweeted by you, so make sure to follow us on Twitter at thisweekfashion or email us fashion@thisweekin.com.
Perfect.
Also without a teleprompter.
And it's all these memorization. And these are our two guests, Miss Jennifer and Susan. How are you, ladies?
Great, thank you.
Thanks
Welcome to the
here.
show.
Thank you so
We're
much.
so excited to get more into your jewelry line.
Thank you.
But first, we must discuss the biggest week in entertainment or the biggest night in entertainment was last Sunday, the Oscars.
Absolutely.
And before we get into the best and worst dress, what did y'all think of the host? Because that's what everyone seems to be talking about.
I have an opinion. I have
go
an
for it.
opinion.
All right, Sam, get us started.
I was kind of excited. I'm like, oh, they're going for a younger demographic, so this is going to be cool. And like James Franco's super hot, and Anne Hathaway is like she's the it girl. She's the all-American it girl. Holy cow. I was going to swear, but holy cow. They were so, I just found them like kind of like, hey, we're
It was
so
capital
friendly.
A, awkward.
I kept calling it PG.
Well, the thing for me, at least, was I actually thought Anne Hathaway did a
Yeah, she
fairly
wasn't so
good
bad.
job.
Yeah.
He wasn't like the anchor on that ship. Like, please, he was dragging them down.
Yes.
It was like the
Well,
Titanic,
I
headed
think
for
he
an
was
iceberg.
stoned. I really
Do
think
you?
because he's a big pothead, and I literally think he was stoned and just.
He
Deer in
could not
headlights.
Doesn't know what he was
could not
doing.
have not wanted to be there more. Like,
Yeah.
he was so over it. And I don't really know why they thought that he was going to be some
Yeah,
fan.
they should
He's
have had
not.
someone else. Like, they should have done her and Jake Gyllenhaal.
Would
if
have
they're
been
going to do
genius.
a
Or
couple.
Hugh Jackman again.
Well, or Hugh again. But
Yeah.
Jake, since they just had that movie out, and I think they already have pretty good chemistry, and Jake seems like a lot more jovial and entertaining than freaking pothead,
Yeah.
James Franco.
Well, and it's totally
But-
fine to try to appeal to a younger audience, but not only did they not appeal to a younger audience, but I think they lost their older audience. I mean, I know for one, my mom was watching it going, this isn't funny.
Yeah,
I mean, she
it
didn't
was-
even know who James Franco was. You know,
Yeah,
she
it
didn't
was-
care.
I really want them to
You
bring
know?
back Whoopi Goldberg and what's his name, the
Billy
best
Crystal.
Billy Crystal to do
Yeah,
it together.
genius.
One of our
It
fans
has to be
here.
funny. Should be funny.
Yeah.
Because the show is so boring. Because the only awards we want to see is the 4 acting awards, and then maybe director and picture. So that's 6 awards.
And then we want to be entertained in between. And
you
if
want
we're
to be
not,
entertained.
it's a snore fest.
But see, there's a rule I read that in the Oscars, the bylaws of the Academy, no matter what, they have to show. They have to. It's like written in blood. They have to show all those other sound editing, mixing, cinematography, which I completely respect those people. Absolutely, they're amazing at their craft. But do we really want to all watch them win awards? We don't even really give a crap about the sound editing. You know what I mean? But you have to. They make them do that. So that's why you need a comedic host.
Or somebody to just
Because-
keep the show sort
Yeah.
of rolling
It's like a
along.
snooze fest.
And he was so over it. And I think she was actually I was really impressed with her.
She was cute.
And I think a lot of people actually kind of thought it was going to be the other way around, where they thought that he was going to be good
Right.
and she was maybe not going to be that good, or kind of be in between, or at least be okay.
Yeah.
It was completely opposite. I mean, I think for her, she did a fantastic job and was really cute.
And seeing her fashion every other
it was wonderful.
scene.
I was going to say, can
And
we
Rachel
talk
Zoe
about
did all of
the
that.
Rachel
that she was
Zoe
wearing?
totally outdid herself.
Yeah.
So back to what we talked about last week when she was apparently mad at Brad for taking away Demi. Why would she have even cared? She's got the best advertisement for her styling in the world, styling Anne Hathaway's all her 8 looks. I mean, it was incredible.
And just to keep talking about Anne too, like one of my absolute favorite moments, and maybe just from being a host and knowing that this happens and it's really hard to recover from, especially when you're hosting the Oscars, but when she literally messed up the script and went, flub. All right, all of you people drinking or watching at home, take a drink. You know, I thought that was.
I don't remember seeing
You
that.
don't? Oh my God. It was
wow.
really cute, I thought, and sort of endearing because instead of just like sort of stumbling it through and getting that like look on your face like, oh my gosh, I just messed up and I'm hosting the Oscars, she just went, flub, all right, drink at home if you're watching, like how many times is she gonna mess up type of thing. But it was so cute, so that was really one of my favorite moments.
I think the best performance of the night was, we'll show a picture of Mandy Moore and Zach Levy doing their little number from Rapunzel, which was an amazing film, or Tangled, I mean, about
Same
Rapunzel.
thing, yeah.
And I was just so happy to see Miss Mandy up there, because I've known Mandy also. Same camp I went to with, yo, this is
What
so
camp
crazy.
did you go to?
It's
Natalie
called Stage
Portman.
Door
And why weren't we
Manor.
invited?
I went with
Yeah.
Natalie Portman, Lee Michelle, Mandy Moore. When I played Joseph and Joseph, Mandy played one of my little
Technicolor Dreamcoat.
brothers. And here she was singing at the Oscars, and Natalie, who was my first summer camp girlfriend,
oh my God.
won an Oscar last Sunday. So it was a good ode to my camp. So if you have children and they're into the business of music and singing and dancing
Go
and
to
acting,
camp,
send them
clearly.
to Stage Door Manor.
Interesting.
So, on to the fashion. We are going to do best and worst dressed, our favorite, or winners and losers, I must say. And so I'm going to start. Drum roll, please. My #1 favorite dress of the entire evening was Anne Hathaway's blue Armani Privé dress. I mean, when she walked on stage in that liquefying neon blue, I almost fell out of my seat. I thought she looked amazing. Now, too bad she didn't wear it last year when Avatar was nominated. Because kind of apropos, but in a good way. I mean, it was really an incredible piece. I just loved it.
I'm just loving the fact that you just circled that back around to Avatar. I was like, my head is
but I
spinning.
want to show you what the dress used to look like on the runway, and then Rachel Zoe got a hold of it. Okay. Rachel Zoe got a hold of it. It was short and she had leggings on the runway, and Rachel Zoe said, I want to make it longer and take off the hat, obviously.
Wow.
And the blue lips.
And the blue lips.
And everything else that's wrong with that picture.
Exactly. But that was the original runway piece, and I mean, again, that goes to show why Rachel is now a designer herself, because she certainly knows
She
what she's
knows
doing.
what she's
so
doing.
the girl may not know how to nourish a baby in her stomach because she doesn't eat enough.
We don't know that
she
yet.
certainly knows how to do fashion. Okay, so
Snap.
so that's my first #1 winner. Now I couldn't, of course, typical.
Pick one.
Oh wait, real quick before I move on. So sorry. There is a website. Go to this website. It's coming up, shefinds.com, and this is where they give you options of dresses from the Oscars and cheaper versions of them to buy for yourself.
God bless you.
Shefinds.com, and they gave me like literally 10 other blue dresses on this site that are similar-ish to the Anne
And
Hathaway
they
dress.
actually
So I
had
thought
quite
that was
quite a
cool.
lot of the ones that Sam and I picked also, so definitely check out
Yeah.
that site. I went to go look.
You
and
did too?
Yeah,
Oh, good.
yeah, and they
So-
had a bunch of different options.
So look, I mean, that's amazing. Shefinds.com, that's where you
It's a
find
little
it.
gem.
Okay, now I did a tie for my second to best dress because I just couldn't not do this. So my first of my second best dress is Miss
Why
Rhea
don't you just call
Durham.
it 2 and 3? Come
Yeah,
on now.
2 and 3. Rhea Durham, who you're like, who's that? Well, this is Mark Wahlberg's wife. And that's not
Wow.
a great picture, but I loved this Naeem Khan gown and Neil Lane jewelry. And
didn't
you
realize
can
she was
buy
that much
this
taller.
dress right now at Bergdorf's for $5,990. But I just thought, good for her. She wore a dress that she probably had a really good stylist who went to Bergdorf and
And it was a
found
huge
for
night for
her.
him, so very important.
Big night for
that-
Mark. He was nominated as a producer and an actor.
But can we bring that
And-
picture
but let's-
back up?
Well, let's look at the dress
Okay. I
real
love
quick
that
at the
she
Bergdorf
towers
site.
over
That's what I was
him.
going to say. Like, this is not
So
the
that's
best.
the dress. See, I mean, it's a
Wow.
great. I love
Wow.
the
Beautiful.
nude and
What are we
and
looking at
sparkles
here?
on the top. That's the exact same dress.
$5,000?
$5,990. You can get it literally
Gorgeous.
right now.
Chump change.
And how rare is it that you find an Oscar dress that you can actually go buy online, the actual dress, as opposed to like
It
a
is
knockoff?
rare, because I tried to find some of mine and
Yeah,
you
I mean,
couldn't.
because
Yeah.
normally
They're
the
one-off.
designers do a deal with Star and it's not for sale yet. But good for her for like being like, whatever, I'm gonna get it at Bergdorf's and wear it. And if someone else wants to buy it tomorrow, they can. Maybe one of the housewives of Orange County will get it or something.
Yeah.
Here's my only beef with
Yes,
Okay,
please
we
tell.
would love to know
Look
your
at the
beef.
chick on Bergdorf. She has hips. You know that girl is like a size negative, 00, whatever they have out
Yeah.
there right now, and it looks like she's hippie.
Well, let's
It's
show
not
my next
flattering.
picture.
Let's
Let's show
pull
my
the
next
picture up again.
picture because I
I agree.
think the TV is doing this in Rhea's
Can I
defense.
claim that excuse
Let's
for
look.
myself?
No, but
You really think she looks hippie?
The Bergdorf shot of the model wearing it, She looks hippie.
Oh, you think that?
Yeah,
Okay.
No, but I
Absolutely.
actually kind of think she does as well, to be honest.
She
I
looks
mean,
like
if
a
I'm
cow.
gonna be.
She looks huge.
Really?
Terrible.
Oh, I thought she looked
See,
really
I
good.
think
On
it's the
TV, it read
photo.
better. I just think it's the photo.
I agree with you. I think on
Yeah.
TV when I was
'Cause I
watching
saw it on
she
TV and I
looked
was like, oh
gorgeous.
my God, and I was like, out on my
This is not
BlackBerry.
a good shot of it.
Yeah.
It's
This
not,
is
and
not
you
a
know what's
good
also
shot.
hard is when the dress is red. It's very hard to wear a red dress on a red carpet because you sort of just blend in, and all of a sudden, all the lines
But
of
a
your
lot
figure.
of people did that
they
honeysuckle
did.
pink red that I called out and said was going to be the
But
number
this
one
is
color.
this is a bit hard
then
to
it drapes
sort of.
It
on
does.
the hip. It's like right where,
Right.
we have our,
Our lady
birth-giving,
parts,
you know,
yes.
parts. And
Oh.
it's just like, that's...
Well, I thought it was fabulous, and you did too, didn't you?
I did like it, but not in that picture.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
agree. It was
I
not the
thought
best
she
picture.
looked really pretty.
So
But a
speak-
lot of times that happens.
Yes.
But
They
speaking of a
photograph
dress,
worse.
exactly. Now, speaking of dress that does not accentuate the hips, so you may like this one, is Mandy Moore's red
loved-
carpet
Oh, I
dress.
loved
was
it.
Loved it,
incredible.
loved it.
Let's look at it.
She looked amazing.
I mean, and that, again, picture doesn't even do it near justice, but on TV, when she was being interviewed and you saw the arm detailing and the...
Beautiful.
Oh, look,
I
you
mean-
can see the
Yeah, that's the runway
in the
picture in the
back.
back. And this is Monique Lillier, of
course
course,
it is.
and
Gorgeous.
Chopard jewelry. And I just think she's never looked better.
Now, is that a nude dress?
Yes, it is.
Oh, I'm
Nude?
sorry. Hold on. Wait. Did I predict there would be a lot of?
Did I predict
nude?
honeysuckle pink,
Okay.
red?
Okay.
There was a
I
mix
just
of
want
both.
to say I said nude and blush.
So,
just
but
not to toot
speaking
my
of
own
your
horn.
nude trends, I did this research to prove your point.
Okay,
Let's show
thank you.
these next couple pictures that are called
Let's
the nude.
make me look good.
Look at all the women that wore nude. That's 1, 2, 3, including Mandy. Now 4, 5, 6. Well, that's still Mandy. But look, at that color, I will say was, and there's one more. Look.
Well,
Mila's not as
purple.
nudie, but
Yeah.
still, the bottom line is that color was the probably #1 most popular. #2 was the color I chose, which was honeysuckle pink. So,
All right. So
Jennifer
other-
Hudson wore my color, and Rhea wore my color,
Oh,
Anne Hathaway
pish
and Sandra
posh.
Bullock wore my color.
But I'm sorry.
So I was
think
close.
I think I clearly won this. So I would just like to know what is my award?
Drinks tonight on me.
Okay, I'll
Okay,
take it. I'll take
done.
it. All right. Well,
So that
should we
was
move
my
right
best.
along?
Let's go to your best.
Okay, so my best. Now, this one I thought was just, I'm so happy for her. It's Jennifer Lawrence, because I feel like she made such a mistake during the Globes and during the SAG Awards and pretty much every red carpet she showed up
This
to until this point.
Was awesome.
I mean, first of all, I did not realize she was 20 years old, but when she walked out in this dress, I went, oh my God, she's the next Scarlett Johansson. I mean, she looks...
yeah, she reminds me of Jessica Rabbit in that dress.
I mean,
you know,
just unbelievable. It's Calvin Klein, of course.
Now here's the deal. Then I want to get y'all's opinion. And I was talking to some people about it this week that she looked incredible, but I really was missing. She needed a couple of pieces of jewelry.
She
Don't
did.
you think?
What do you guys think? Yeah, I
She
agree.
could have worn a couple of pieces of jewelry.
She had one small
although
bracelet.
Slam it up, yeah.
Yeah.
She should have worn a
big
big
cuff.
cuff,
Oh.
not a small bracelet,
big
and she
cuff.
should have worn a cocktail ring. Just
Cuff,
two
ring, and
things,
bag,
and
yeah.
that's it. That's
Now,
all
would
you
have
need.
earrings worked with this, or do you think no, stay away from the earrings?
Well, I think with her hair, you probably wouldn't even see them as
Yeah.
much. But I mean, to me, 20-year-old body looks awesome.
Yeah, she
you
looked
know,
incredible, and I was happy
Yeah.
that she took a risk with such a simple dress.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
and just sort of vamped up her sex appeal. I mean, now I do have her pictures from the last couple of
Let's look.
award
I wanna
shows. Let's
see.
take a look at those. She literally looked like a teenager who was going to the prom or a winter formal or God knows
Oh,
what.
dear God. Yeah, we had that
Awful.
pink on her worst.
I mean, just so terrible. And she's a pretty girl, but
Those
she doesn't.
dresses did nothing
Quite frankly,
for her.
she doesn't look like a leading actress in either of these dresses. When she stepped out in that red carpet, I mean, on the Oscars, I thought,
Yeah.
wow, wow, beautiful. Now, here's the only problem. I thought she looked like Scarlett Johansson. Turns out, Scarlett Johansson wore something almost identical in 2006.
Oh, my word. Wow.
Almost the same hair, almost the same dress.
I still think
just-
Jennifer Lawrence looks better.
Better. Oh, she definitely looks better. And hey, listen, if it worked for Scarlett, and it clearly has, why not? Take a page
Yeah.
right out of her book. She's a young actress, and she's just starting her career. No one better to follow, I think.
Yeah.
So that was
Loved it.
my...
I mean, I almost chose that, so you beat me to it. That was a great dress.
Awesome.
But yeah, they were right. She needed a cuff and a cocktail ring.
Well, and when you're doing, hot mamacita vixen hair, you don't want to do an earring because you
Okay.
want people to focus on the hair. Otherwise, it gets tangled. It competes. You
Yeah.
just want to keep it really kind of simple. So yeah, you're right.
Right.
Glam it up. It's
cuff.
the Oscars.
Well, next
do
time
a
she needs to
cocktail
go to y'all
ring.
for that cuff, because
Yes.
that's a great idea.
Awesome. Okay, so we'll move on
Your
to
other
my
winner.
other winner, and I just thought, the epitome
this
of
was awesome.
movie star, Gwyneth Paltrow. Again, Calvin Klein. There's a
Oh, yeah,
reason
2
why
in a row.
people wear Calvin Klein because
Is
honestly,
he still really actually designing it?
well, that's for another discussion. We're not going to go there, but I mean, really, could she look any more amazing? Like the
beyond.
straight hair. You can kind of see there's pictures of on the last photo where we have sort of the three. You can see the slit. You can see the earring. There was sort of a brooch on her
Now,
hip.
the brooch was from someone else. It was from, I think, Neil Lane.
I think you're right. Yeah.
And she added that, which
Yeah.
I thought was a really. I want to know who said, "Ooh, let's add a brooch to your hip," because it was very interesting.
I thought it was just, stunning.
Yeah.
Honestly, stunning.
Again, that liquid feel,
Just,
of
and
like
you know
melting.
what I loved? It was effortless. It was so Gwyneth Paltrow. Like she just shows up. She sort of glides down the carpet. She wears something absolutely fabulous, but not fussy. And she doesn't look like she spent the entire day getting ready for the event. She just kind
If only
of.
she could sing as well as she dressed. Because her
I knew
singing
that
was
was coming.
okay,
Oh.
but
Okay,
it wasn't
but-
like killer. I mean, right?
Yeah, and where was Chris Martin? Hello, she's like.
Those two, I don't think I've seen them two photographed
I'm
together in
getting
like
a little
5
nervous.
years.
I mean, she had her big like singing, a moment at the Oscars, and he wasn't in the audience, and he's like her rock star
and her
husband.
mom wasn't there either, though. You would think
Strange.
one or the other.
I was,
Who knows?
I was
Something's
a little,
rotten in Denmark.
little concerned.
Yeah.
Did her mom pass away?
No.
No,
Sad.
different mom.
Yeah.
What I was going to say about her, though, the great thing about her is this awards ceremony, a lot of times she comes out and she's like hippy dippy trippy,
Oh, I love her,
which-
your words.
So it was nice to see her actually kind of look like she, actually had someone do her hair for her and do
Right,
her
yeah, 'cause
makeup.
I know what
for
you mean.
her.
Sometimes it's a little bit too much. I just rolled out of bed.
Exactly.
Right.
So I
Too
thought that
effortless.
was really good for her for this year. It was a nice change as opposed to what she's been kind
Yeah,
of doing
I
in the
agree.
past.
Really
She
very
looked
elegant.
Really
She stepped it
old-time
up.
Hollywood glamour.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
I thought
really
so too.
beautiful.
There was nothing wrong
Just
with
enough.
it.
Yeah.
I agree.
Just enough jewelry to make a statement.
And again, I love the brooch
yeah.
on the dress.
Yeah, it was
Perfect.
wonderful.
Gorgeous.
Okay,
Jewelry
Sam's
made the
got
dress.
2 winners. I can't wait.
My 2 winners. Now this is interesting. I actually got to watch the red carpet arrivals simulcast. I was in the Grove and I got to actually pick them in my head as I was watching it. I was moderating a panel of celebrity stylists at the Grove, so I was actually picking it was for Spanx. So it was really interesting. So I actually picked these 2 winners early on, like right away. I was like, that's who it is. First,
Are you trying to
who
cover
wowed
your
me-
ass because you don't like them anymore?
No, I love them. First, hey, I'm
Because you're making
sticking
it very
by
interesting.
these.
Like, well, I chose them then, but
Sticking by these. So the
Okay.
first is Kate Blanchett
Loved
in
it.
Givenchy in this
Loved
gown.
it.
I loved this, and I will argue this till the end because she is so unique and so elegant, and I love that bib. Blair's making a face. I
you
loved
hated it?
I love the structured
No.
shoulders.
Oh, I loved
the
it, Sam. I'm
color.
so with
Yeah.
you.
no, I didn't
Love.
hate it. But after like looking at the pictures multiple times, I didn't love it
And I
either.
fell in
I
love more.
just I
Yellow?
liked the idea where it was going, but the big circle
I
in the middle. I
loved
have
it.
in my dining room have a giant circle, and it just the whole time I kept thinking my dining room, the circle. It was too like architectural.
Well, that sounds like a
for
personal problem.
No, but I just didn't like because I don't want a circle on someone's stomach. Like unless you know what it says, unless it's feed me on it. You know what I mean? It
But
just
I
was
felt
strange.
like it was very fashionable and like risky without being gross. Like
feel
I
like
thought it was
No one else could pull it off but her.
What
Who
did you
else
think?
could wear
You
this
don't like
dress?
it.
It reminded me of
Really?
like 1960s Star Trek, not even 1990s or 1980s.
Oh,
I thought
okay.
it was.
I see
it
where
was
you're going.
so
All right.
contrived. It was like I want to look different, so I'm gonna wear something that no one on their planet would wear. I'm gonna wear something that's totally costumey.
Right.
It just.
It was very Viking to me. Does that make
Viking.
sense?
But she
Well, that could just be her.
Yeah.
I thought she herself looked beautiful.
But she still looks good.
she
I
looked
didn't hate
gorgeous,
it. I
but
didn't hate it. Let me refer. I didn't hate
she
it.
could have
but I
picked a
just
better
didn't love
dress.
it.
You didn't
My
love
number
it. It
one.
wasn't your best.
Okay.
I was close to Jennifer Lawrence, but this was my number. And so my number 2
Okay.
was Mila Kunis in the Ellie Saab in that like stunning lavender chiffon gown. It blew me away when she walked onto the red carpet and I saw it on TV. I was like, wow. And also she's been wearing such strong, hard colors
Yeah, it was
throughout
nice
the
to
rest
see
of award
softer.
season, at the SAG Awards,
Yeah,
at the
this
Golden
was really
Globes, and,
pretty.
She
She was
just
wearing a lot of
looked
reds.
stunning.
And
This was ethereal
The one
to me.
thing about
like,
this, though, is that I feel like it's photographing, not the dress even, but just the overall look, the hair, the makeup, everything. It's photographing better. The one pet peeve I had about this overall was the hair and the makeup felt kind of wet and like not highlighting everything that I feel is so beautiful about her.
Do you think she could have done it down?
I was just annoyed that she outdressed her co-star who won Best Actress. That kind of pissed me
did.
off. I mean, she's not nominated. In my opinion, she should have
Oh,
gone
it's
more
every
simple.
man for himself,
I don't
my
care.
friends.
But Natalie's pregnant, so she's not allowed to wear certain things. That just is what it is. So let your co-star shine. No, she still looked great. But like, I have a problem with Mila outdressing her.
Listen, I feel like the Oscars is a really good time for these actresses to be seen, and it's equally as big a year for Mila as it is for anyone else because people are talking about her. So,
Yep.
But she's
love
not
Natalie to
nominated.
death.
She's not nominated.
But who cares?
I think there's just a fine line between being classy and letting the nominees stand out, and if you're not nominated, just being that level down.
Is that like being at a wedding and not outdressing the bride?
Yes, not the bride. Thank you. But that's just a personal thing. So.
I'm gonna say no. I don't. Agree.
I think it's every man for
Nope,
himself at the
I do.
Oscars.
I
What?
really
You're gonna
do.
try to outdress me at the Emmys?
Most definitely, my
Okay.
friend.
I think it's a good PR opportunity for anybody on the
Yes.
red
I
carpet to
agree.
look
Stuff it
their
up.
I would do the
absolute
same
best.
thing.
Yeah.
But I just,
Absolutely.
I'm just annoyed because I love Natalie.
Just admitted it. Amazing. Listen, I mean, I think Natalie had plenty of the limelight. I don't think that Mila Kunis stole a whole
But
lot
I
of it
didn't.
from her.
None of us chose Natalie as our best, and of course, none of us definitely didn't choose her as our worst because
Yeah.
she wasn't
No.
by no means worst. But were you all, in my
Well, we
opinion, that
showed-
it just wasn't
I didn't love the
amazing
cut. I didn't
though?
love
No,
the
I didn't
cut.
either. And also, we have chosen Natalie, I think,
Twice.
the last 2 times at the award
Yeah.
shows. So she's getting more and more pregnant. Her options are probably getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah, I was just slightly disappointed. Not.
Oh, I was disappointed.
I like
for
the
what I mean?
color.
sure.
I hated the cut.
I love the earrings.
I love the earrings. What did
Natalie's
you guys
earrings
think?
made her
Did you
dress.
Did you like the jewelry?
The
That was
jewelry
the only
made
thing.
it.
Otherwise, it was
Remember
a
she had
bit
the
dowdy.
rope. It was like the
Yeah,
maroon
yeah.
I
or
actually
eggplant.
thought she did great. I thought she
looked
just,
beautiful.
you know what, she just had her moment and really, maybe she can't look as glammed up. I've seen her wear too tight dresses. You know, her dresses were too tight in the past. And so it was nice to see her go, you know what, I'm preggy, I'm gonna wear a tent. And it's just gonna be a stylized tent, but at least it's not
Right.
gonna be like, you know, so tight, you're worried that something's gonna, you know, break. I mean,
Right.
rip.
Yeah.
I feel like
I
we've seen
agree.
other pregnant stars, though, come up with
really
better
pretty.
fashion.
I just think, yeah.
You know, in the past, I mean,
And
to
it
be
was
real,
the Oscars
and we
for
love
Christ's
her.
sakes. And how often are you gonna win Best Actress? You know what I mean? I just was like,
Step it up.
Heidi
Maybe I
Klum
had a little
pregnant,
too
by the
much.
way, dressed.
Let's.
Pardon?
thought
Heidi
she looked
Klum
great.
pregnant just to me was always like well dressed.
Who pregnant?
Heidi Klum.
Oh, yeah, she was.
Well, she said so many times to get it right.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
Wow, we love
Okay,
it.
well, let's go on to the
Moving on.
losers because we're gonna like be on. Okay, this is so easy for me. Let's just put the picture up. Madonna going to the Vanity Fair party. You've got to be kidding me.
Oh,
I
wow.
mean, now if she was on stage doing Chicago the musical, more power to you. That's very apropos. But to go out with your daughter and you're basically trying to outdress
Is that her
her
daughter?
and
I
show
thought
more.
that was Kim
That is her
Kardashian.
daughter.
Oh my.
But to
14 or
yeah,
something?
like 15, 14 to
Going
show
on
more
45.
to show more skin than your daughter because you're trying to be young is just. And look at this picture, y'all. I mean, come on.
Oh. Like a
I mean, like Madonna. I thought you learned from those days.
Nope, you never learned.
I mean, she basically was wearing panties. With
Yes, yes.
She's trying to be Lady Gaga. Listen, she's pissed that Lady Gaga stole her career, and she's trying to come back.
Stole her career. She's had it for 30 years. There's nothing
Right.
to steal
Just-
anymore.
That's true.
You know, the trend is called nude illusion, right? And that's what the trend is called. I think she forgot the illusion part.
Yeah.
I think she only
Nude
heard
illusion.
the
Nude.
nude. You know, I think she just
Oh my
missed the other
God.
half of what's actually
Yeah.
current, not
Yeah.
since 1985.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah.
Anyway, so
Genius.
Madonna, I mean, honestly. But let's go on to y'all's.
Okay, so we've got my worst, and I'm trying to find it here. Well, I know who it is. It doesn't even matter. It's Nicole Kidman. Gross,
Gross,
and
gross,
grosser.
gross.
What are we
Gross,
doing
gross.
here? I mean, really, like this. Okay, I'm so frustrated because the one thing about Nicole Kidman is her face, let's face it, is frozen. When she wears beautiful dresses, at least it takes away from the fact that her face is frozen. When you wear a dress that is frozen, I just focus on the
Yeah.
fact that the entire thing looks like a statue. I mean, look at the Oscars right behind her. She might as well be Lady Oscar. It's absolutely
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it was like it was what do you call it? It was like starched.
Oh my God! I mean,
Like
the whole thing.
overstarched,
It was
yeah.
like, it was like they dipped her in cement. Her dress, her face, her hair.
Well, and
that
all the
awful
embellishment
jewelry.
all over it was just ugh.
It was so bad. I mean, I
Yeah.
saw that and I was like, really? First of all, there was no way to walk elegantly in that dress.
Yeah.
I mean, she looked like she had a stick shoved up her, you know what.
Because she
Oh,
was,
God.
the dress is kind of walking her.
Oh, totally.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. And the jewelry, please comment on the jewelry.
I despised this dress, but they thought the jewelry was good because it came down the back, but you can't tell because you're so disappointed by the front of the dress. But to give her a little bit of, the dress actually looked better on the runway than it did on her. The runway shot was actually, I think that's where she thought that it would look good on her, and they should have taken a picture of her in the dress before.
It's horrible. In this picture, really, you're gonna like accentuate the fact that like there's flaps on your hips?
Yeah.
Why would you take a picture like that?
Yeah, I
have no idea. It was absolutely ridiculous. So that's my worst.
Funny enough, my worst is the same designer as your worst. And
Which is who, by the way?
Christian Dior.
There you go. I
There
didn't
you
even
go.
bother 'cause I
And
didn't
my
care.
worst is Sharon Stone. I think we have a picture. Just the feather.
Now, see, that didn't kill me.
Her hair, it looked like she was, like someone went like this to her hair,
It doesn't
sprayed
kill
it.
me either, but it's the wrong event. I mean, this is
There's
the wrong
a
event
feather
for
in
this
her
dress.
face, and it looked so extreme. Like, it just looked, I was like, what are you doing? And I think Sharon tends to, like, overdo it. I mean, she's not 20. She should be dressing
See, I
elegantly.
don't see her trying to look 20 in that dress at all.
Oh, but the feather, like, what? I just didn't get it. It was.
You were focusing on the dead bird on her shoulder.
was a dead bird
and
in
you
her
couldn't
hair.
Focus on the dress.
Her hair was literally
you're like holding something in. What?
I was saying the thing about Sharon this past year, she's been dressing so bad. This is actually a really big improvement.
That's what I think. I
go,
agree.
I gotta give her a little,
fan
pep
picture
talk.
of
I'm like, hey,
Adam's
good for you. You're
I
actually not
completely
looking
agree.
like some whack job that, we're looking for your bracelet because you've just been, released from the,
Scram.
She looked good for her.
I
This
agree.
Last year,
I
she's been
agree.
looking terrible.
I
So,
agree.
I think she's got a little bit of the Courtney Love thing going on where it's like, oh, we're going to just look like a hot mess, hot mess, hot mess. Okay, I look great. Hot mess, hot mess, hot mess. Like, what?
Yeah, I don't know about her, but it really wasn't. It didn't offend me like a lot of her.
I
other
was so
stuff does.
offended. So
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Well, clearly we have had a lot to say.
Yeah, we've had a lot to
Now
say.
we need to jump in and talk to you
So
guys.
we
You've
are
been-
going to talk about. Yeah, let's go for it.
Well, you've been so wonderful to help us sort of break down the fashion winners and losers and all the fun jewelry stuff. But tell us a little bit about you guys. We know you have a store in Balboa Island.
Store in Balboa Island, which we opened March 24th of 2010, and we have been online for 3 years
And
before
props
that.
to you for opening up a retail store in this economy.
You
That,
know-
like, honestly, good for you. No, I mean that in
Thank
a
you.
really positive way.
Yeah.
'cause,
No,
like,
I appreciate that, but believe me, there were quite a few people who came into the store and said, "Do you realize there's a recession on?" And
But not in Newport.
Yeah, well,
Right.
yeah, that's true. That is a good point.
There is a montage
Housewives,
doing very well out there in Laguna.
Yeah, but it's a good location for us because we get a lot of foot traffic,
Yeah.
and it's just been a wonderful experience. The
And
store,
the name of the store is the same name as your jewelry?
The Passionate Collector.
Okay.
Yeah. The store we put it together in 7 weeks from start to finish, and it's just very eclectic, like our collection is. And it's just a really fun place, a great vibe. You come in, and it's got these amazing turquoise walls, and our cash wrap is a real bar. That we got almost everything on consignment, consignment shops, and so we have this really nice furniture, a French armoire, over 100 years old,
Sounds
and I mean just
decadent.
really, really fun.
And is
It's
it all jewelry or also clothes as well?
No clothes,
So
just
all jewelry, not
all
just
jewelry
all
and
Accessories make
accessories.
the outfit.
Awesome.
Accessories, yeah. So we have a lot of handbags and belts and
Are your
what else?
umbrellas available in the store?
Yes, the umbrellas are available.
Those
You
are
saw
my
those, huh?
favorite.
Where did
they're
you
these? I saw them at P3R.
Okay.
No, PRB, and they're these like embellished. They're like jewelry themselves.
gorgeous.
The end, like the hook part, is like gold and just different materials, and you look at it and you're like, wow.
Where did you find those?
They're handmade for us in Italy,
Oh, cool.
and it's like, it's the perfect gift for someone who has everything. And
Right.
honestly, it's not for the modest because literally, when you carry that umbrella, everyone will stop you.
Oh, I need one.
Yeah, me too.
And
Please
honestly,
get
we
one
have
for Blair.
Yes,
that's how
absolutely.
we found the designer. We saw someone
Yeah,
in
this is a funny
Philadelphia
story,
carrying
actually.
an umbrella, and and Susan, I was in the restroom, and Susan's like, we saw this woman with this umbrella. We have to have it. We have to. You have to research who designed it. We have to find it. And
right away.
I did. I spent a couple days, tracking this guy down in Italy who makes them by hand, and then we started carrying them. And we're the only person in the area that we know of.
Well, God bless you, because umbrellas are disgusting.
I know.
They are
ruin
disgusting.
every outfit.
Yeah, and these are really sturdy umbrellas. This company has been making them since 1956 or 57.
Oh, wow.
And it was a woman-owned business. It was the grandma who started it, who's probably still around.
Wow.
And it's just a great thing. But it's all custom made with all kinds of fun embellishments, and a lot of the interior is one material and the exterior is another one.
Oh,
it's just
fun.
very fun, very fun.
Now, do you do vintage stuff, or is it all new stuff that you sell?
It's all new.
All new. So where do you find, like, obviously you found the umbrella off a woman on the street from Philadelphia, which is amazing.
That's all.
Yeah. No, where do you find, like, what's your process of getting fabulous jewelry into your store? And
Is it all about like going to market, or
Yeah.
is it sort of like following the trends and sort of finding those odd and end type things?
I think it's a mix of things. I started off before Jennifer was part of the business. I started off buying overseas, and then started adding more to it. And over the years, we've been in business for 5 years now. We've really honed the style, and we do a lot of the buying. I mean, we do it all together, because I think together we really mesh pretty
Two is
well.
better than
yeah,
one,
two
always.
is two
Well,
is
and I
good.
love how you're like all draped in silver and you're all draped in gold. It's
like
the best
bookends.
of
We're like
both.
Can we
bookends.
show all your stuff?
Oh,
like,
my stuff.
so
Yeah,
fun?
she's
You're
got a lot of
mixing,
stuff
you're
too.
mixing.
I always
love-
mix my metals.
Well, you've got to.
Yeah,
That's
so
all.
Mixing is very in, by the way.
Okay.
Mixing is acceptable.
You're saying mixing
Everyone
gold
mix
and
silver,
silver.
yeah.
Mix,
Well, why
yes.
don't you guys give us like a little rundown of what is trendy right now in fashion, and sort of what the go-to pieces are going to be come spring and summer?
Go-to spring and summer, still big earrings, but you want to make sure when you're doing it, you want to make sure that it's flattering to your face. You have to
Absolutely.
find the shape that works for you. I have a narrow face. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but I have a narrow face. And so I do a bigger, wider earring because that helps balance. If I just do straight down, then it's not as flattering for me. I just need something to give it a little oomph.
Okay.
Big earrings are great, frame the face. Also, any kind of long necklace, like what I'm wearing now, which is called opera length.
Oh, I love that. Opera length.
Yes, to go with the opera gowns,
you
have
both
it
have an opera
longer.
Right, right.
And that's usually like 44 inches, especially if you're a well-endowed lady. You don't really want to do 36 because then it just goes like
Just sits
Hangs
right here.
right
right here. and
Not
it's
a pretty look.
So for all of you, all of you out there, 36 inches, don't do it. Go a little bit longer. So that's really current. And the one tidbit I could tell people, the best thing you can do for yourself is find jewelry that's comfortable. If it hurts you within 5 minutes of wearing it, or if you feel like the
heavy.
earrings are
Then
too
don't get
heavy,
it. Yeah, or
don't
don't
buy
wear
it.
it,
It's a
right.
really, and also you want to
like
have
shoes.
a positive visceral reaction. You want to feel sexy and pretty in it. If it doesn't do it for you, don't buy it. Save your money for the piece the next
Right.
time that's really going to
Right.
hit you. And then finally, put your jewelry, leave it out. I mean, obviously, if it's less expensive, if it's fancy, put it in your safe at home. I don't want anyone to get robbed. But if it's inexpensive, put it on your dresser next to you, because otherwise you will tend to not wear it.
You'll
You
forget
wanna
all
have
about it.
Open. You want to have any kind of jewelry case open, with the exception of pearls.
And that can
those
make
always
the
have to be
room
by
look cuter
themselves.
anyway.
Absolutely. Use
Totally.
it as decoration.
Yeah.
I saw someone recently, she had the most amazing design with her jewelry. She took a runner from
like a dining
Pier
table?
1
Uh-huh.
and she stuck hooks in it. And that's how
that's
she,
great.
Oh,
and literally it
that's
became
very
art
cool.
on her
Yeah.
walls.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
totally going to copy your idea if you're out there. I'm totally going to do it in
Love that.
my bedroom. Make it part of your room, and then you will wear it more. And
Right.
that's what's important.
Well, one of the things we always tell people is that you've got to love what you buy. And we actually say, please don't buy it unless you love it.
Right.
Because there's no point. And there's no point in buying something that's a little bit cheaper that you might feel more comfortable with if you don't like. Don't buy 3 of those. Buy the one piece that
That you just
makes your
love.
heart beat and
That's
really
great
brightens
advice.
your face. I
Right.
mean, you can see a lot of reaction when people try on the right piece for them. They literally, you can see it in their faces, and you say, "That's your piece." No, I couldn't possibly. It's too much money. No, do me a favor. Buy that one. You will wear it all the time,
Yeah.
and you will be happy every single time you see that piece.
Oh, my gosh.
And that makes such a difference for people. And then it's your go-to
And
piece.
that's your go-to piece.
It's your go-to piece. You wear it with jeans. You wear it with whatever. It doesn't matter. It's your go-to piece, and you light up. You light
Now,
up.
That's
and
really
it's
great advice.
wonderful.
It is. Now, for those who cannot just travel to Newport, which I'm going to be coming with my family, because they stay at the Montage Lot in Laguna, so we will make a trip.
Okay, good.
But for those who can't, what's the website one more time so that we have...
thepassionatecollector.com.
Thepassionatecollector.com, no funky spelling. It's just, it is what it is. I went and looked at your site, and when you
So
were giving me
cute.
the information about the face thing, you actually do have a blog that shows facial types and earring
Right.
types. So
Yes.
there's a lot of fun tips on this site, a lot of fun pieces.
Well, and I was going to ask, since Blair will be coming with his family, and he does
Okay.
have the most adorable little sister, but in case Blair
I heard
wants
about
to buy
her on the other
anything-
show.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, she's 11.
She's
Yes.
very
Yes,
cute.
I heard
So
you.
he'll definitely have to get her something. I just got
Yes.
Olivia a present right there. But is there stuff for men? Do you guys have men's stuff or?
What we
Well, it's a
have
very
right
small
now,
market for
well,
men, for
it's
jewelry,
a
but-
smaller market, and we do have some awesome French cufflinks if you wear them.
Well, there you go.
Okay,
I wear
okay,
cufflinks.
I've got some for you.
Oh,
okay,
fabulous.
There's
But-
the umbrellas are right there.
but the
Skull
umbrellas,
cool.
yes. Okay.
So here's the site. It's up
Yeah.
there.
So we've got
And-
Olivia a present, and we've got two things
We've
for
got
Blair.
some great umbrellas.
I can't wait to
for
check
men.
this
yeah.
out. Oh, nice.
And shoehorns.
Oh, that's great.
Actually, you can put it on your dining room table. We have a client who does that. Right?
I
He just-
bought
my
one for
husband's
my
gonna
friend,
kill me.
and he has it in his living room with his favorite artwork and his favorite pictures.
Oh
I
my
bought it for
God.
him for his birthday.
I
he
love
was
it.
everything.
Yeah, a lot of our
Yeah.
clients just really want to showcase the umbrella. They don't want to even use it. In fact, we sell more umbrellas in
showcase.
California in the bright sunshine.
And we all know how much
than
rain
in the
there
rain.
is
Yeah.
here,
Well,
except,
except
for
for
this
this
year.
year.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's what they want. They
But at
want to
least-
showcase because it's such a beautiful. It's like a piece of art.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to
It's
see it.
perfect.
So
Okay,
to
yeah.
define your brand in 3 words, your
Give it to
store,
us.
your store, your brand, your point
Style.
of view. Yeah.
Style, great design, great value, wonderful customer service.
So service,
Yeah.
style, value.
Well, and I have
design.
one last question, itching, burning question I have to know. Forever, people have been going to hoops, loving hoop earrings. In or out? Give me
In.
They're in, still in.
Definitely in.
Yes,
in.
because I'm wearing
Definitely
hoops.
in.
I
Awesome.
didn't see you were wearing
are
them,
great
but I love
'cause
them
they're
too.
big. You want to do again. It's about framing your face.
Okay.
Do a bigger. This standard, unless it's a huggy, which is okay.
Okay.
Though huggies have kind of been out for the past couple years.
Yeah.
Actually, the past 5 years. But no, bigger
Oh.
is better.
Well, it's kind of like
Fabulous.
leopard. I feel like hoops come in and out, and I never
Yeah.
know, but I love
But
them to
leopards like
death.
still in
I love
it.
the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
Well,
so
thank y'all
we've got it all
so
covered.
much. I hope y'all had fun.
pleasure.
And please go visit thepassionatecollector.com or go to Balboa Island in Newport and get a cocktail and go to their store. And thanks for watching our show. Thank you, girls.
Of course.
And we will see you next week on This Week in Fashion.